Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I actually filmed this video like last week and I completely forgot to film an intro to it. So hello, welcome. If you're familiar with DIY palettes, because I've done them before on this channel, then hello, welcome to the second DIY palette that I'm going to do. I really want to make this kind of a thing going forward. I think I said it in my previous one, of me wanting to just do more DIY palettes. I find them really exciting, pouring through what I already have, creating my own colour story, perhaps getting some inspiration from other palettes and creating my own versions. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get into my DIY palette Mark II. So this is my first DIY palette. I think you're familiar with this now. I've done a couple of videos on this. I will link up the videos up in the eye if you want to go check this out. But the first point of call, I think, is to put all of these shades back into my palettes. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, so palette is all clean, wiped down, all of the shadows are back in where they belong. So here we go. Here's the Comfort Zone palette. Obviously such an iconic moment, like we talked about in the beginning, but I don't need this in my collection anymore. I love what it is, I love what it was, and I loved the moment that it had on the sort of makeup industry, the beauty world. But I don't need this palette anymore. However, I kind of want to give it a last hurrah and I don't want to dupe it out. So this is the thing, I don't want to dupe out this palette. I don't want to just have this palette in here. I don't want that. I want this to be the inspiration for a new palette, okay? So I'm going to be keeping this on the side like I did with my last DIY palette. I'm going to be keeping this on the side and I want to draw inspiration from this. So when we go to swatch at the very end, it's not identical, but you can really see the essence of it, okay? So these two shades here, I really like this lovely camely shade and I really want to find something for that. But I do want to find a better blue for this because this is a very muddy petrol-y blue and these two greens just aren't the greens I'd put on my lids now. So I really want to take heavy inspiration from this palette and create something that's just like Comfort Zone on steroids. So I'm going to go through all of my singles now. We're going to get everything out and I'm going to put all the shadows that I think could be up for selection. What I like to do at this point, and to be fair, I quite like pulling out quite a lot of different eyeshadows because I feel like I've got a real plethora to choose from right now. Obviously we're going to try and condense this down to basically maybe like 15 eyeshadows. I feel like that's a really good amount for me. Like 12 to 15 is like my gig, it's my colour. If I can get less, that'd be cool, but I've got a lot here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to organise it in terms of like the blues, the greens, the like matte mauves, the matte saddly browns, matte greens, the taupey shades. I'm going to just do all of that now so I can like see how much I have of each colour. now I've like organized in groups of color, I feel like there's less and I feel more confident about it. Like I've got a lot of these things happening, a lot of like dupes as such. I feel like all of this really encapsulates the comfort zone, like the blues, the greens, it's like taupey and then shell color. Like in here, the taupey colors and then like the shell colors. And then this one here, tried to get it, and then this one here and here, like between these two. I kind of wanted to introduce like this here, even though that I'd actually say like this is kind of all one thing. I just wanted like the deeper, like the depth, because you've got like the depth of the mauvey shade, like the mauvey brown. I think I'm gonna just start by maybe just like swatching this out. And like I said, even though I'm not duping this necessarily, I want to have this vibe. All of these are really like, these two are similar, these two are similar, these two are similar. So I think I can reduce them by at least half. I'm just going to swatch them out and just see which tones I prefer. I think I'm going to pick this one, this one, this one. So this. Okay, we're at a start. Will you judge me if I legit keep these 4 in here for now? I literally cannot take any more out because I love these. Like, look at that. Stunning. Let's go into this burgundy brown zone. I feel like I whittled that down really well. I still have quite a few, but I think when we go in here, we might see some dupes, so I'm prepared for that to happen as well. I'm just gonna go through this pile now. This is kind of like if these two had a baby. But I got it down to 2, but I think these two might be quite similar, so when we go to swatch it out at the end, I think we'll see that. What I might do for just argument's sake is just do this. So you've got like the mauvey shades and the more like orangey brown shades. I've got the blues down to 4, which is about half. I'm okay with that. I think we'll try and get them down to 2 in a bit. But you know, this is just like the first culling as such. I'd like to take like 3 of them out, maybe just 2 of them out. I'm not sure, but we'll come back to it. Now let's do, oh god, the taupes. excluding these, I think we have our final selection here, which still feels like a lot. This is 33 eyeshadows here. It does not look like it. It really does not. I'm just gonna go wash my hands again, and we will reassess the whole situation. My camera just died. I have no idea where it died, but so far I've condensed it down quite a bit, I think. I've just got to do the greens and the blues now. Okay, this is 23 shades. Genuinely, if I can fit all of these in, I'm gonna do it because I really like everything. If not, we're gonna have to make some difficult choices. Well, this is sad. Okay, I think just by removing a few shades, that's gonna work. I obviously just don't like how it looks, so we're gonna reconfigure this. Okay, I think I actually really like this. I think I like this. It's very neutral. It's very neutral, but that's kind of what we were going for. I feel like I have done the job that I set out to do, which was get inspiration from the Comfort Zone palette and create something that I loved more than the Comfort Zone palette, and I feel like I've done that. You can kind of see that I've gone for this like bookending thing. So like the burgundy browns this side, and then the light camely shades this side, and then the greens and like the taupey shades kind of just down here. I think I really like this. I think I really like this. Just for the sake of keeping another 10 minutes off this video, I'm going to go away and swatch them both and then come back. Here we go. Here we go. I am reminded that I love this colour story, but it's just dull. Like, it's just a bit dull. And then we kind of go on to this, which was what I've created, and I just feel like the same essence is there. I mean, the blues are just so much more vibrant than that one. Do you see what I mean when I say it's like a petrol blue? So I've got that brown, that blue brown. Cool. I don't want that. And then we've got like these two blues on absolute steroids, and the greens. We've got some like pinky shades that we don't actually have in this one. I'm really happy with this. I feel like this one doesn't necessarily dupe it at all, but it's definitely like a representation. It definitely gives the same vibes. It's duping the vibes. So I'm really happy with this. Here are the side-by-side images of the two swatches. So I feel like you can see from my swatches that actually my DIY palette is not a dupe of the Comfort Zone at all. It really is not a duping, but it is a duping of the vibes, you know. My palette's got like the raspberry tones, the smoky, murky kind of green tones with a bit of like hint of yellowy brown in there, and then there's those like browny burgundies, which I actually really love, you know, and those pops of blues are really interesting, and they're going to really like shake this whole palette up, and I've got some taupey vibes, but it all goes well together. I feel like the only things that really pop out of this palette are the blues, but I feel like blue does that, you know. Blue is a very juxtaposition from anything else really, apart from like a TD green perhaps, but I'm really happy with this. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with this palette. I have also got to say, just looking at the swatches on my hands, that this kind of reminds me of one of the Pat McGrath Mothership palettes. I can't remember what it's called. Let me get it out and show you. Hang on. So this is Mothership 6 Midnight Sun, and does it not dupe the vibe? I feel like it really does. I feel like it does. I mean, the purple for the blue, and we've kind of got these two colours, this one, the golds, the taupey shades, the sparkly shades. I feel like, honestly, this is like these two dupe. These two are like the same, they're talking the same story, you know. Okay, maybe not identical, but they're talking the same story. Interesting. And that is it. That is my second DIY palette. I actually have this on my eyes now. I am filming this intro and outro a week later, so it's a little bit messy, but I'm enjoying this so far. And yeah, I think I need to create a few more looks with it. I'm doing very basic looks at the moment, which is what I'm finding, but yeah, stay tuned, because I will do a DIY palette number 2 review and kind of tell you how I've been feeling, the sort of looks that I've been creating with this palette. But so far, it's nice. I like it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoy DIY palettes, do not forget to give me a good old thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed and ring the bell, and then you'll be notified when I upload my DIY palette review video and all the other videos I upload. I upload a couple of times a week, so stay tuned for that. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.